everyone! Welcome back to another Pokemon Master Quest reaction. Watching episode 36 today. Before we begin, description below, check out my Patreon, Discord, Instagram, and all the good stuff.
What's on Patreon? On
Patreon, it's up for £1. You get early access reactions to Pokemon and boards episodes, as well as shout-outs in the description of every video. You can also get things like early access to other shows as well, like Dragon Ball, and full-length reactions to all the shows.
Cool.
So check it out. What happened last time on Pokemon?
They found a cult.
They found a cult, another cult.
They were forced to join
the Slowpoke cult, where they were forced to awaken their inner self, their true self, as Slowpoke has done.
Yeah.
And that was it, really. Then they left.
That was it. We learned that the Xatu episode was the penultimate episode that guy
of the
wrote.
head writer.
And that was his last one. He either I don't know which way it went, but they either saw it and fired him, or he knew he was leaving and thought, screw this. Because those two episodes were awful.
It was one of the two, it feels like. But now we're on to another Adventuremon. Are you ready?
Written by someone else, I'm guessing. I'm ready.
I'm sure he didn't write every episode. It was just that was the head writer.
Maybe in the new head is going to be like, I'm coming in with new ideas. This is great. Come on, team.
We can only hope.
Come on.
We can only hope.
That'd be me.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's begin.
Making good time on their journey toward
Are they making good time?
Are they making good time?
Why are they stopping if they're making good time?
It's good time. Ooh, burgers.
Gourmet dining.
Is it a burger though? Oh, it is burgers.
Professor Oak?
Girls, been catching lots of Pokemon?
Professor Oak's show.
And DJ Mary, too.
What?
No time to question my moves. I stick to the path that I choose. Me and my friends are gonna do it right. You'll never see us run away from the fight. I'm on a master quest. I want the whole world to see. I believe I'm gonna be the very best. All I got to do is believe in me. Pokemon!
That Starmie's blinking crystal is somehow being used to communicate with beings in outer space.
Beans?
No, it does.
To communicate with beings in outer space.
Now it's time for
Beings.
Professor's Poetry Pantry.
Beings.
You have a Starmie poem for us today, Professor?
He does have a radio show in the games.
Your fighting faith in
And this is the girl we met from the radio tower in Goldenrod.
Okay.
Say it, but that poem, it was kind of awful, huh? Tomorrow, Professor Oak will be doing a live outdoor recording of his show in Maroon Town, and admission is free.
Maroon Town doesn't exist.
And I'll follow up my lecture with a question and answer session.
He's a busy man, is Professor Oak.
Pokemon stage at the Maroon Town Fairgrounds. She said it's tomorrow at 1.
Yeah, it's a long time ago.
Maroon Town happens to be right on our way. It's only one town.
Wow.
Wow, what a coincidence is that?
Maroon Town, you guys.
I can't walk another step.
Huh? What's this here poster about?
Public recording.
And they're up everywhere.
Oh, you're right for a change.
Do you need two in the exact same
A
place?
public recording of Professor Oak's radio show.
Here in this stinky town?
Stinky?
Dinky.
I can't hear what people are saying. What's wrong with
Beans and Stinky.
You're in this stinky
I'm
town.
thinking about our Stinky Bean Cats.
That's what we gotta do. We see the stars.
Wow. That was quite good.
I'm everyone's favorite DJ, Mary. Welcome to today's live show.
What
That's
an
pretty
impression.
good.
Way too dramatic, babe. Tone it down.
Are you Professor Oak and DJ Mary?
We are indeed.
The one and only.
And I'm Mary, the incredible DJ.
Was that James doing an imitation?
How about Nurse Joy? Welcome on behalf of Maroon Town, but I'm surprised to see you since you originally said you wouldn't be arriving until tomorrow.
Nurse Joy is so short.
I know, I was just thinking that.
I'm the big top cheese here.
It's been a long journey for us.
You got more grub where this came from?
Well, this food was supposed to be the after-show buffet. I couldn't see
They're eating an entire buffet?
That's the plan. You just keep bringing it all out.
It's a very strange impression.
Professor, would you mind answering some of these children's questions?
We hate children.
Of course, of course.
It's horrible. They're staring holes through me with those sweet and unsuspecting eyes.
Well, guess what, James? I got all the answers for you in these here books.
You're a great producer, Meow. Hello, Professor.
Hello, small child.
Always nice to hear.
So what exactly is that leak thing that Farfetch'd is always carrying around?
It's a leak.
Actual
Fine
leak.
question. What is that?
Farfetch?
It's an actual leak.
About far-fetched in here. Let's look in here. Wow, I didn't know tomatoes were actually fruits and not vegetables.
Facts.
Never mind, I'll fake it. I have the answer to that question, young lad. Far-fetched as a hockey stick.
I never would have guessed that.
Wow, it's amazing.
It must be true. Why is it that electric attacks don't work on Pokemon like Quagsire even though they're water types?
Because they got slimy skin.
Hang on, I've got that here.
They have a protective coating.
Now that's because Quagsire have the characteristics of both water and ground types. And of course you know that electric attacks don't work on ground types. Isn't that right?
Oh my god, he knows everything.
Fat little Eevee.
Wow. Critical theory or aliens, Professor?
They are indeed.
Now it's the right time for evolving my little Eevee. Is there really
That
such a Pokemon?
Actually
That was
sounded like an actual
actual
child.
To evolve
Wait a minute.
One of the voice actors.
One of these is an actual child here.
filled in.
Who brought an actual child? Oh,
That was close. For a minute,
they had a great day.
we were phonies, but we fooled them all, and here we are, still getting the star treatment.
Hot springs are always so relaxing. What do you mean? The Professor and Mary are already here.
They are, but that's impossible since this is Professor Oak and I'm DJ Mary. Then who's over there having breakfast?
How's that?
Oh no. This lie was gonna happen eventually.
That hairdo, right?
And their manners are terrible.
Professor Oak, I've been thinking about what you said yesterday, and I'm pretty sure that's not a hockey stick Farfetch'd holds, but some kind of a root.
Well, you're on the right track, but the stick you're talking about isn't actually a root. It's the stem of a plant, and it certainly isn't sporting goods.
Then why did you say something different yesterday, Professor Oak?
Huh? It really is believed to be a stem, just like I said.
Tell me, Professor, is it a stem or is it a root? Can you prove?
Tell me, child, are you real?
Said before, something's wrong. I don't trust this professor at all.
I don't trust this child.
Professor, what do you think's going on? Hi.
Hey, thanks for It's clear that since fate has brought us together again, we must have been meant to be.
Actually, fate wants you to stand over here. How can a professor be two places at once?
That's right.
Get out here! Why are you pretending to be the professor and DJ Marion, whatever it is you are?
What are you talking about?
Smells like Jessie.
That voice! This thing is not Mary!
This thing. This thing is not me.
She's still a human being.
What do we do now? The real deal is here. The jig is up.
Who are you and what are you doing impersonating?
Team Rock.
You're impersonating me, sweetheart.
You've got a lot of nerve showing up here like this and ruining my good name, whoever you are.
Professor Oak, this is outrageous.
Why is she
Don't
hanging
let
on to
Mommy
him?
talk to you this way. Our only shot is to play this bluff for all it's worth, James.
For all it's worth.
Right.
I mean, the characters are so dumb in this universe.
Anyone that you're Professor Oak with that haircut.
We'll have to have a contest to determine which of you is real.
With
All
knowledge.
you have to do is ask questions about Pokemon, and whoever answers correctly is the real professor. After all, Professor Oak is the world's leading authority.
He's
on
gonna get them
Pokemon,
wrong, isn't he?
Isn't he? There shouldn't be any.
There's gonna be some
Pokemon
shenanigans.
questions that can't answer correctly.
Fine. Let these be the terms. Whoever loses will concede the battle and leave with no further argument.
Oh, Professor!
But what if
I
you
would just be like,
lose?
what's one thing that the professor would actually know? How many Tauros do I have with you, Professor?
Or just take off their wigs.
It only proves that I haven't studied sufficiently.
Why are we zooming up so close to your face,
That's
Professor?
really close, bro.
Professor!
Only the true professor would say something like that.
Nurse Joy, you be the judge. Huh?
There couldn't be a more perfect choice.
Wow.
Guess after all the game shows I've watched, I can probably fake it.
Wow. Who's that Pokemon?
Corsola.
Corsola! Corsola!
It's Corsola.
Corsola!
I can tell because the real one is more beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you, Brock. So nice to hear.
Ah, there's something way scary about that Mary.
List of 3 questions.
The first contestant to answer 2 questions correctly will be judged as
I
the
got
real
this.
Professor Oak.
Our first question requires a speedy response. But
Right.
if you give a wrong answer, you may not respond
Ready?
again.
Yeah.
So listen closely and be careful that you don't hit the buzzer
Ready?
too soon.
Okay.
Now, take it away,
Oops.
Nurse Joy.
You pressed it too soon.
Right. Here is the first question. What is the evolved
Beep.
form of Slowpoke that...
Ah, that was quick. Yes, as a child,
I mean,
played a
slow
lot of
bro,
video games
but
and I was
like-
known as Flying Finger Sammy.
Give us your answer now.
It's gonna be wrong, isn't it?
A.
The correct answer is Slowbro.
No.
He didn't listen to the whole
You
thing.
have to listen.
Aw, so sorry, Professor A, but that was was your final answer?
Sorry, there was more to the question.
That's what I was
You were correct in saying Slowpoke evolves into Slowbro, but...
Oh, old Flying Finger Sammy jumped the gun.
But what is the name of the psychic attack that Slowbro learns upon reaching level 46?
Confusion? Oh, it comes for level 46? Psybeam?
Hurry up and say something, James.
I've got amnesia.
Oh, we're finished.
Amnesia's right?
Yes,
Ah,
that's right. Professor. The attack is
Amnesia.
amnesia.
Yay! Woo!
I'm right and he's wrong.
All right, Nurse Joy, let's have question number 2. This question deals with a silhouette. Examine this silhouette and tell me which Pokemon
Jigglypuff from
it is.
above.
But is that some kind of mutant footprint?
Remember answering a question like this once?
Yes, we do
Is it
remember.
Corsola from above?
Or something. But it was actually a Jigglypuff seen from under.
That's hilarious.
They were referencing it.
The hand of a pseudo-udo?
Ah, that's a great answer.
I could,
Now, Professor A,
I need to see.
Clearly the tail of an apom.
Nurse Joy.
Oh,
has
I mean,
everyone given
yeah,
the correct
it could be a,
answer? The answer is
Yep.
Apom.
Oh, I didn't know it could be a part of one. I thought it was like.
I thought it was just
the
this,
whole
I
thing.
thought it was the whole thing as well.
Professor.
That's it. You're halfway there. Professor
I
What?
got this.
1 point.
I'm the producer of this here show, kiddo.
Listen, Meowth. If you don't do something, we're gonna lose.
Just leave it all to me, Meowthy, baby. Everyone knows Professor Oak is known as much for his poetic ability as he is for his Pokemon knowledge. So why don't we decide this with a poetry contest?
Let's just have the last question. I was enjoying
A
that.
Pokemon poem that would knock the socks off those who have socks, right?
I like it. I've got
It's
no
true, he does
problem
write
with that
poetry,
at
doesn't he?
all.
Poetry
But he's like sucks at it
This'll
though.
be awesome. I was the champion stand-up poet back in grade school, and I won the Golden Tongue Award 3 years running.
Nice.
Wow, well done, James.
Poetry will now decide this contest once and for all. I guess we just need the audience to suggest a theme for us.
But how are you gonna judge it?
Huh?
No, sorry, I have a bad habit of blanking that out sometimes for no reason. Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet will be the theme of our 2 poems.
So, we're gonna do Wobbuffet, huh?
No problem. I can spin together a
Wobbuffet
beautiful line of verse.
sat on a
Stand
buffet
back and I'll start this
and ate a
off.
buffet.
Here we go.
It inflates its psychic self, but life will put it on the shelf. Wobbuffet. Not bad if I do say so myself for a little
Was that a-
Wobbuffet poem.
was that a haiku or something?
Probably.
But then I guess that's the kind of stuff you would expect from the real Professor Oak.
Wobbuffet. When life is a mystery, it's your answer.
Oh man, that's a little deep.
Yeah, it's so deep it's a ditch.
This verse applies both to one small element of a Wobbuffet's life, and on another level to the struggles of all people to understand and make the most of their lives.
Give it up. Your poem went over like a lead balloon.
I could have done better than that. If I just said Wobbuffet wears a hair barrette, at least it would have rhymed.
The winner.
Now, Nurse Joy, who's the winner?
Oh my god, I can't decide. I'm handsome.
Contestant A is the one and only true Professor Oak.
Good. How'd you figure it out?
Way to go!
How can you say that? It's so obvious that my poem was superior to his pompous clever.
Not true. Your work showed no understanding of Pokemon poetry. I ought to know since I'm a 5th level master of Pokemon poetry.
Whoa!
That is impressive.
She's a poet as well.
All
I didn't know
Professor
it.
Oak's poems have one thing in common. The ability to reassure and relax people. Such as...
Making them bored.
Hide away to fight again some other day.
They're just fudging this.
So the professor has clearly proven that he is a master of Pokemon poetry, and sometimes he even gets it to rhyme.
Now, Joy, that's laying it on a little thick.
She loves
On
him.
the other hand, are obviously an amateur, and your clever rhyme doesn't change the fact that you're wearing a bad wig.
Amateur, how dare you!
I paid a fortune for this disguise.
I mean, you just gave yourselves up.
That's no imitation Wobbuffet. That sounds like the real thing.
That's why
He always gives himself away.
they're here.
That means Team Rocket is here.
Wow, I wonder where they are.
Now, playing the role of Professor Oak.
We hope you all enjoy this little joke.
Team Rocket!
I knew there was something fishy going on. Yes, and we've had a whale of a time.
But we're slippery as eels.
Freezing, smokescreen. Now.
I mean, what's up? You're not stealing anything. Just let them go. They've not taken anything. Let them get away. Oh, I took food.
Take our food to go.
Okay.
Oh no! The catered lunch!
No, anything but the food.
Whoa.
He's battling with a Pidgey?
I I caught it on the way and thought it might come in handy.
Is caught a Pidgey on the way?
Pidgey!
Go get him, Pidgey! Quick attack!
Quick 'em! Good job.
Oh, my stats!
I thought it was gonna crush them. It's a giant bag of food.
Don't make me laugh. A little thing like that.
Couldn't blow out a candle.
Hey, come back when you grow up!
Bye, guys.
Oh. He caught a God Pidgey.
That was fantastic!
They made the classic mistake of judging an opponent solely by its appearance.
I'm sorry, I thought you were a fake.
Don't even think about it. Gather around now and let's talk Pokemon, okay?
Yay! I want to know more about the child, who sounds like an actual child.
Is the real thing?
Often imitated but never duplicated.
Oh, even
Yes.
Brock's a poet.
A meaningful poem was all it took to resolve the case of the phony professor. And now it's time for Ash and his friends
To leave this
continue their
place
journey.
and never return.
Hey, I thought of another poem.
I think we all had enough of your poems.
Those little twerps don't seem so tough.
But we always end up lost in all.
That was beautiful.
Question mark.
It was a self-contained story!
Well, that could have been resolved a lot sooner.
I enjoyed the quiz.
Yeah. I wish
Before
they'd
it got
have-
into poems.
Yeah, I know that he does poetry and stuff, but I feel like they should have just left it
Yeah.
on the quiz stuff.
The quiz stuff was fun because I was actually joining in
Yeah.
on the quiz. So I was like, oh, what is that? And I'm trying to think. But it was one of those episodes
It
that
wasn't awful.
it had funny
It's
moments.
okay. It was nice to see Professor Oak
It was
again.
good to have him involved as well. They had the radio lady from the
Mhm.
radio tower. Professor Oak does have a radio show
Mm-hmm.
where he talks about Pokemon and stuff. So it is canon to the games.
There was some sort of canon stuff in, like sprinkle of like
Sprinkle-
real
like
stuff
a little
in,
tiny dusting of salt.
but then like a huge scoop of filler.
Basically that. Exactly.
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as the cult one, but yeah, it was fine. I mean,
It wasn't.
there was some good impressions.
That
Very
was some good impressions, especially James.
It was
with-
really funny hearing the voice actors doing impressions of another character. That
Yeah.
was quite funny.
imitating another voice actor's voice.
And the translators, props to them doing all
Props
the
to them for all those
the
poems and making them make sense and rhyme and everything. Good job. Well done. Right, we have some trivia as well. So the first is that the English dub title is commonly interpreted by fans to reference Eminem's hit song The Real Slim Shady. However, the line used in that song and the dub title actually originated from the well-known game show To Tell the Truth.
Oh. It was clearly with the real Slim Shady, please stand up.
Yeah, but they're saying that line from his song also originates.
Oh.
So they both originate
okay.
from that, basically.
I'm Slim Shady, I'm the real Slim Shady, but real Slim Shady, please stand up.
The plot of this episode may have been inspired by the Imposter Professor Oak card from the Pokemon trading card game. That's true.
Oh, okay.
I might have one of those cards, actually.
Huh.
That makes sense because I remember seeing that.
Hmm.
This is the third time a member of Team Rocket has addressed Ash or one of his friends by name. So when she said Brock, this time, while disguised as DJ Mary, Jessie refers to Brock by name.
Hmm.
The first time was an Electric Shock Showdown, and the second time was in Fire and Ice. So like,
That's true, they never really call them by their name.
no,
They just call them the twerps.
she actually said Brock.
Interesting.
As with most level up learn sets, Slowbros has changed since Generation 2. When this episode was created and aired, making the first answer no longer correct. Slowbro only learns Amnesia at level 46 during Gen 2, or in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So basically after Gen 3, they've changed what level he learns Amnesia at. This is the first episode in which James disguised himself as Professor Oak. The second time was in a Foul Oak finish. Well, that means
Guess we got that to look forward to.
Melody's song from The Power of One can be heard, like a music from the movies, which is fine there. This episode does not have a Pokemon lecture, however the session theme plays for the radio show at the beginning when the episode starts. I guess Pokemon lecture being from the games. Errors. When the silhouette of an Apom's tail appears on screen, Misty says it is similar to the test in the Ultimate test, where they saw Jigglypuff seen from below. Actually, it was Jigglypuff seen from above. I did notice she said from below.
From below?
And I'm like...
What would Jigglypuff seen from below just look like a brown blob?
It would round either way, but she said it the wrong way around. She said it the wrong way, basically.
Yeah, that's true.
That was a dub error. In one scene, both Jessie and DJ Mary are missing their socks.
Oh. Random.
In one scene, both Jessie and DJ Mary are missing... Oh, sorry, I was reading the same one again. And the next one. In one scene, both Jessie and...
What's together?
In one... It's because both of these start with the same sentence. In one scene, Jessie and DJ Mary appear to be the same height when Jessie should be taller. I didn't notice that one. I did notice that they were different heights. I didn't notice when they were the same height. Dub edits. The scene where DJ Mary and Professor Oak confront Jessie and James in their disguises was cut short for the broadcast version of the dub and the first US home video release. After DJ Mary says to Jessie that she is the real Mary, Jessie starts shouting at Mary and Professor Oak that she is the real Mary. DJ Mary is terrified of Jessie's behavior, and she holds on to Professor Oak,
oh, that's why
jumping
she ended
up and down with her eyes closed in terror while holding on to him. This was cut from the dub because it looked like a sex act. What? With this cut, DJ Mary holds on to Professor Oak in fear of Team Rocket for no reason at all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Why is she holding on to him?
However, the version streamed on Pokemon TV and Prime Video, as well as the second US home video release, leaves the scene intact. While the scene is cut as well in the Latin American dub, DJ Mary's voice fades out in the middle of a sentence, as does Brock's, all while Jessie's screaming can be heard for only half a second. That's the photo there.
Oh. Yeah,
so she's jumping up and down on him like that, I guess.
I mean, they're fully clothed.
I feel like they're fully clothed. I feel like the dub, the American dub,
they were really like
really censored
this
like any little thing.
That's crazy.
And that's it. I feel like, to be honest, I wish there would have been more information on the little girl being an actual little girl. That was an actual little girl, right?
It was.
Like, let's be real.
It was. I feel like
that's her, blah blah. And then
I feel like one of the voice actors
like, whoa,
did like Bring Your Child to Work Day.
They must have had like one of
our kid can do it.
One of the voice actors must have done that. They must have had their child there, you know, and like, you want to see what mommy does, you know, I voice act, and you can do it, you know, give it a try. Because that was an actual child's voice. You can literally tell the difference. Otherwise, that was all the trivia on that. Did you enjoy the episode?
Are we going to be ranking it?
Oh, I always forget. What would you give this episode?
Wait, so we got Rock,
Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, Master Ball.
I'll call this a Pokeball episode.
Pokeball?
It wasn't as bad as a Rock, but
it wasn't as bad as last week's. I'll accept Pokeball as well. So, 2 Pokeballs? 2
Pokeballs, thank you.
There we go, 2 Pokeballs. Hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully everyone else enjoyed. Like, subscribe if you did. And as always, have a great one. It'll be a while before that clears up. My people died and you're laughing.